Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Isle of Man in the UK. This is John and Mike's MMA Corner.
Okay, Titan FC 36, Dave Burrow versus Grant Dawson. Now, this matchup is a very interesting matchup. I would call it, you could almost put this kind of matchup on Meta Morris with the kind of grappling that's going to be hopefully exhibited in this fight.
Well, it should, it's more than likely going by both our style. It'll end up on the ground at some point or another. But, we'll just have to see who's got the edge when the time comes.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm looking at the pair of yous. I do like this matchup in a sense of, but the problem is, when you see a fight like this and you look at the way the stats are and you think it should end up on the ground, I just always now think about the Frank Mir Josh Barnett fight. I think that fight had to be on the ground.
We were robbed of it.
And then Josh went and ruined the whole fight by giving Frank Mir a quick flash knockout, and it just killed it killed my dream of that fight. I wanted that fight to be more than it was. So can I just ask you, Per, not to throw punches and just jump onto the ground?
Yeah.
Start on your knees, and tap hands, and that'd be great. Can you do that for us?
No, I can't say I would.
You got to start back to back.
Yeah, back to back on the ground, sat on the floor.
Well, no, I can't do that either.
Is it not? Damn.
Oh, damn it. Oh, okay, then I suppose you can stand up and fight.
Blindfolds?
Everybody likes a good knockout or some spectacular knockout anyway. That's why Silva's famous.
Oh, let somebody else deal with that.
Yeah. No, I was... Well, look, you're on Titan FC. You were going to be on Fight Pass. It is a great platform, though, for you to kind of exhibit your skill set, your stronger side, your stronger skill set. Obviously, the grappling is there for the pair of you. And that means, obviously, then you have to address rounding off your skill set with the striking. And I'm not saying the pair of you can't strike. I'm just saying, obviously, your strongest suit is clearly the grappling. But now, do you then... Is that just something you kind of fall naturally into in the fight? Or you really want in fights? Have you been recently trying to press your striking, but it just happens so that you end up being in the grappling exchanges?
I've actually been trying to strike and get my hands off and all that stuff for the last... about probably 12 fights or so, because we've been improving so much, but it never works out to where I can. No matter what happens, it always ends up on the ground.
Is there anything particular that happens because of that? Is that just maybe...
Trips over.
They just want to... They grapple with you and they just... Why do you think that is? Because I think... A guy... If I wanted to fight you myself, I'd be like, right, okay, I'd rather not go to the ground. Do you know what... For me, if I was looking at it, I'd be like, I want to try and keep this fight standing.
Well, usually it's the fact that striking makes guys nervous, It's risky, because it's easy. You can come out and be in the better shape and even be the better fighter and still get caught. I mean, playing on the feet can be dangerous, especially when you got a guy that hits hard. And, once people start feeling power, usually they try to clinch up or try to shoot, because, all it takes is one to put you away when you're standing up.
Mm.
Yeah, you're rolling the dice more, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yep, definitely.
And so then, with this fight coming up on Titan, have you then just been sticking to your usual training regime? Are you trying to amp anything up for this fight? Have you done anything in particular?
Cardio, always when I'm fighting a wrestler, because they grind so much, I push cardio, just trying to go to new heights. Of course, I'm always training as hard as I can, but, when you have a certain motivation for a certain asset of the game, you're definitely going to push that a little bit more, and every day I'm leaving the gym just soaking wet from head to toe, no matter if I'm wearing a hoodie and sweatpants, or if I'm just wearing stuff for grappling with my wrestler, I'm dripping wet no matter what. So we're just pushing really hard, making sure that grinds where it needs to be. Definitely making sure the lungs ain't going to be a problem.
Oh, so you kind of tailor your training then to a particular style, would you? Is that then what you're saying? Because like you just said there, if he's wrestling dominated, you would up your cardio. If, for example, they were maybe a Muay Thai background, you would work on something else, etc.
Hey, making sure we could just explode and just keep going with strikes, where you just don't have to work, because, it's one thing to come in unprepared a little bit, or have a guy have a little bit of an edge. Because if he gets tired, you're going to have the advantage anyway. But if you get tired, I don't care how good you are. You're going to lose. 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose if you don't have your cardio where it needs to be.
No, I agree. It makes a huge, cardio is a big part of it, and it can open up a lot of holes in fighters' games whenever they, because then they can't. The muscle memory starts to come out. Then you start to realize how hard they have trained on and drilled certain aspects of the sport. Because when they're tired, it's that kind of muscle memory kicks in, and
you can take a confidence into a fight as well, can't you? That I've got that covered.
Exactly right.
Yeah, it's a huge factor in the sport, and I think some fighters, they do. A lot of people say that it's similar to boxing when they used to say if you don't finish in the first couple of rounds in boxing, you're probably going to lose the decision. If you went in full blitz, but the same with MMA. If you go in the first round of MMA and you throw as hard as you can in every strike, you're going to be blowing very heavy for the next 2 rounds, and it's going to be a long 10 minutes after that.
Exactly. If you've just got a tough guy who's a grinder, which I think Dawson is, as far as he's undefeated. Apparently, he's got a good chin. So even if we say we did have a long striking battle, I've got to be ready for that too in case we don't go. So he's thinking, I want to strike. So I got to be ready in case he can take. If he takes my punches and just keep on going, I gas out. He could take me down and have his way, or he could just keep on bulldogging through. So. You got to make sure you're in check on all that stuff.
That was when you mentioned it, undefeated. That was one of the things I was going to bring up. When you come up against an undefeated fighter, does anything in the back of your mind think, taking that away just gives me that little bit more? Being the first person to beat him.
It's like a secret title, isn't it?
It is like a secret title. Yeah. Is there anything in that for you?
Absolutely. It's just like seeing a hot virgin. You want to pop that cherry.
There are no hot versions.
There's none over here, mate. Trust me.
Not legal ones, anyway.
Not legal, yeah.
Yeah, you can say anything here.
Yeah. If you came over here, mate, you know exactly what we meant.
Yeah. Who said that? Was that you that said that?
You said that, yeah.
We'll blame the guest.
Yeah, we'll blame you. Yeah. No, mate.
Y'all was thinking it. You guys were thinking it. I know you were.
No, yeah,
It's not my home.
I was going to say, yeah, taking that like kind of off them. It is like a little mini kind of title for you, and it's something that I think I've spoken to fighters before in the past, and they've said it doesn't really affect them, and I'm thinking it's got to.
It's got extra icing.
It has. To
do what no one else has done to them.
Yeah, exactly. Fair enough. If someone was 1-0 and 2-0, it's not. It is nice, but it's not as big as when you get someone who's maybe over the 5-0 mark. When they start going up from there, that's when it starts to get a bit more meaning behind it, because you think, yeah, they definitely are. They've got something on them anyway, so it's always a good little thing to get, and you get this opportunity to do it in a few weeks.
That's right. I'm just a few weeks out and finally get back in there.
And it's not, it's good timing just before Christmas, so you can go back and just eat your body weight at Christmas time as well. So it's all good.
They did have Thanksgiving.
Yeah, not stress out worried about how much the ham you just ate and stuff like that. Yeah, that'd be really nice.
Well, that's what I mean, because who's on the UFC January 2nd? Oh, the Robbie Lawler card to think.
Yeah,
Robbie Lawler,
they'll make well weight.
Rory McDonald, they can't do anything over Christmas and New Year.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
They'll be angry enough.
Yeah, they'll be angry enough. They can't do any of that. How that would suck, wouldn't it?
I would be making phone calls and doing catch weights.
Yeah, between heavyweight and
I'd just be like, all right. I'd be calling, can you get to 215?
Yeah. We'll create a new title just for this one fight. It's called the Christmas Pudding Fight. It's Christmas Pudding Belt.
Yeah, that's where you come in the shape of Christmas puddings.
It's almost like January is.
Yeah, you're 40% fruit.
Yeah. It's like January's the
thinking of brandy.
January's the month where every fighter is a heavyweight.
Yeah. Roy Nelson doesn't stand out as much anymore. Everyone thinks you can't pick him out in a crowd. Is Roy Nelson? No, it's not.
No. No, it's you know what, I look forward to, because it is a good card this Titan. They've got some cracking little matchups to look forward to.
It's a safe card, isn't it?
It is.
Titan are always safe to watch. It's in you're going to get a good card.
Yeah, and that's the thing for you yourself. Do you feel that fighting on a Titan FC card, you know you're going to get matched up with, you've got yourself an undefeated guy. You're always going to get good matchups as well. So it must be good for you as a fighter, knowing you're going to get tested. You're not always going to get. You're never going to get a can. So let's put it that way.
Yeah, no one gets an easy ride.
You're going to get someone who's going to test you, keep you on your toes, so when you're training, you're going to push that harder because you know the guy you're fighting isn't some, guy off the street who's never done it before.
Absolutely. I've never tried to pad my record up like a lot of guys do. I'm 14-6, but if you go read the record, it's a very, very solid 14-6. I've never undercut myself on opponents. You know what I mean? I've always tried to fight the best there was out there. That way, when I did make it to the big time, I wouldn't be shocked with no power or skill level that I've never seen before, or a new kind of grind that I don't know. So I always try to fight the top of the list.
Yeah, I think guys should have. I think if a guy has a loss on his record, it's a good. Sometimes it's a great.
Especially if you made that guy earn that win against you. You know what I mean?
And as a fighter as well, that you take away from it. You get so much from that loss. That if you have a loss, there's so much more to take from it than sometimes a win. So I never see it as a negative anyway. Unless of course you were 14-50. I'm like 50 losses. We need to have a look at this. But
maybe you want to do something else.
Yeah.
Change it up a little bit.
You might want to change it up. Might want to keep your hands up a bit longer. But no, I think
keep your elbows above your knees.
Those losses that you've got on your record, they helped you get those 14 wins. Or that's the thing. It's a yin and yang, so to speak.
Exactly right. Yeah.
And now coming up with this fight, man. Me and Mike, we never say good luck to a fighter when we get them on, because you know what? There's no luck, mate, because you're training your ass off.
I say good luck to you.
You say good luck to me because you're a bastard. But look, we say have a great fight. That's the key. Have a great time and enjoy yourself. It's a weekend to just enjoy yourself because you're doing what you love. You're doing what a passion that you enjoy.
Absolutely right. That's why I don't ever pray or anything before I get in the cage, because God's not in there holding mitts for me. It's on me to get in there and win. It ain't on nobody else.
Exactly. You're right there, Dave. Spot on.
If it didn't exist, there'd be a lot more arrests going down.
Buddy, how about if there's anyone out there that want to give you a follow on social media, maybe join you on this journey to this fight and also future bouts, how can they do that?
You can find me on Twitter at Dave the Duke. Now, I'm not big on Twitter. It's just not my convenient. That's not what I used to. I'm so used to Facebook, growing up on it. So you can find me on Facebook at Dave the Duke Burrow too. And just hit me up on there, message me if anybody wants to talk or anything like that. And, you can keep up with all my sponsors and all their products and things like that on there too.
I was about to say, who are your sponsors, buddy? Give them a shout out as well while you're here.
Oh, so far I want to say thanks to Clinch Gear and Bad Boy Mowers, White River Trailer Company, and Cupped Up Outdoors, and Independence Off-Road, and Ink Spot Graphics, and Issue County Propane. That's who I've got going for me right now. Maybe have some more later as the week goes on, but so far that's the list.
I'm sure some more will pop along, Dave. I'm sure they will. And, buddy, what about coaches, friends, family, people, the training partners that you want to give a shout out to and thank, who are helping you out in this training camp and stuff?
Oh, yeah, I definitely want to say thanks to Dalton Branscombe and LaMarcus Tucker. They've been the most consistent in the gym and helping out as much as they can and at least watching me sweat anyway. And I want to say thanks to Matt Sellers and Josh Hudson for giving me so much time out of the day helping me out. One's my jiu-jitsu coach, that's Josh Hudson. The other one would be my striking coach, it's Matt Sellers. And they've really been taking the time and helping me, and we've been doing it right. So big thanks to them.
And like I said before, have a great weekend, Dave. Thank you very much for coming on and speak to us as well.
Yeah,
it was great to have you on and have a chat with you. And look, just enjoy yourself. I hope you put on a stellar fight, the two of you, not just yourself. Obviously, we're not going to be biased, but I hope you have a great. I would potentially fight of the night with you and Grant. All right.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.